Happy Oscar nomination eve. Here are my predictions that are idealistic and will make the fanboys mad. If you don't know me, I'm a red carpet host, I'm an award season analyst, and Oscars is kind of my jam. So I've been following all of the press, all the publicity, all the campaigns very closely. Even I made some snubs that I'm not happy about, but let's get into it. Into the main 6 categories. Who do I think we're gonna see on the ballot tomorrow morning? Okay, Best Actor, Cillian Murphy, obviously. Paul Giamatti, obviously. Leo, obviously. Coleman Domingo, I've been calling this one since September. We need to see Coleman on there for Rusted. And I'm gonna put Andrew Scott as my number 5. Realistically, I think it's gonna be Bradley Cooper. If I was living in an ideal world, it's TOU for Past Lives. Past Lives, movie of the year. You're gonna see that as a theme throughout this. But I think Andrew Scott is the unlikely person that could sneak in. BAFTA slept, I don't think Oscars will. Okay, Best Actress, this is the one that everyone's getting upset about. I think Emma Stone is obviously going to be there. Same as Lily Gladstone, obviously going to be there. I think Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of the Fall. We have to see her in this category. You don't not give Margot Robbie the nomination for Barbie. It was like the $2 billion film of the year. She has to be there. And then I'm putting Greta Lee for Past Lives. Again, Past Lives is the movie of the year. This is the one that the hill that I am dying on. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see Past Lives. Carey Mulligan, Annette Bening, I have them there. Of course, like, they're front runners in this conversation. But we'll see. We'll see. Greta Lee, I have not given up on you. I think we can still make this happen. Best Supporting Actress, I'm already ready to engrave the Oscar myself for Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. It's her season. Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer. This is a safe one in my opinion. And then we go into the people that I know this is going to be the one that y'all disagree with in the comments, but Taraji P. Henson, if we don't see her on there with the press tour that she's doing, I'm going to be making a 12-part video series because she is overdue for her win. I don't think she's going to win this year because it's going to go to Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers, but we need to see her. We need to see her on the ballot. Neil Brooks for The Color Purple as well. She's been in the conversation pretty steadily. I'd love to see a double The Color Purple nom here. And this one is the one that people are really fighting about. America Ferrera for Barbie. Now, when I was in LA, when we saw the Barbie billboards, she was everywhere. She's been running around doing press, doing promo. All of the Barbie Oscars campaign weight is behind her. They've had her in every award show, in every setting, in every lunch that she needs to be in to be on the ballot. And I really think it could work. I really think she could be a part of the Barbie momentum and make it on the ballot. That's just my opinion. I think she could do it. And this is, again, another year where I wish we had more people on this ballot because Rachel McAdams, you know, I love my Canadian queen. I'd love to see her on there. And of course, Rosamund Pike for Saltburn, one of the most insane performances of the year. Saltburn's picked up some momentum with the BAFTAs, which could mean nothing because the BAFTA is a little bit different, but it could mean that people are into it. And she's also had a great press run. So we'll see what happens. I will not be taking questions, criticisms, or concerns about Charles Melton being in my top 5, okay? I fully understand that Willem Dafoe has started to edge him out in other races and competitions, but I need to see this. He did not do what he did in May, December to not make it on this ballot. If he does not make it on the Oscars ballot, it's going to be one of the greatest snubs of all time. This is the performance that should win the Oscar. But it's going to go to RDJ. Of course, RDJ and Brian and Robert De Niro are all comfortable on this list. Of course, they're going to be there. Mark Ruffalo, I think, is rounding out that top 4. Charles Melton, I've believed in you for months. I've believed in you since September. I have never stopped believing in you. I have to see it through. Now, will the Oscars ballot acknowledge all the great women directors of this year? We will see. But on mine, you absolutely will see that. However, I'm also a little bit realistic, so I did snub one great woman director from this list, Anatomy of the Fall, Justine Triet. I'm sorry, I had to give it to Celine Song. Again, the Canadian bias is here. I would love to see Celine in the Best Director category, but of course you also have some really comfortable positions that you have to acknowledge. Oppenheimer is going to be there. Killers of the Flower Moon is going to be there. Poor Things is going to be there. These 3 are comfortable. They are all directed by men. It's really these last slots. And if it's going to go to other men, like, we could very easily see The Holdovers here, or if we will see women in this category. Let's cross our fingers and hope, because it would be a tragedy if we did not. This isn't my final stacked ranking of who I think is going to take Best Picture, but here's who I think will be there. Poor Things, Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Barbie, comfortable top 4. Anatomy of the Fall, I think, is more comfortable than people give it credit for. The Holdovers, if you're gonna have 2 frontrunner actors, you're gonna have their film on the Best Picture ballot. Fact. And this is where things get interesting. I think Zone of Interest is gonna do it. I think Past Lives is gonna do it. I massively erased Maestro across the board from my other nominations, and I would love to see The Color Purple on the Best Picture ballot, especially where I think they might pull weight in some of the acting categories. By the way, this app is called Award Expert. You can find it in the App Store. It looks like this. I'm ready to hear what you agree, disagree with in the comments, but we will all see tomorrow morning who is actually right.